This is Dark Aether, the mastery camo from Cold War Zombies. Not gonna lie, it looks stunning. To get this camo, you need to unlock Golden Viper on at least 29 weapons, each requiring full completion of some pretty brutal and time-consuming camo challenges. I can't even imagine how rough it is to do these on something like a launcher. But is the camo grind in this game any good? Is it worth doing? And how long will it take me, a zombies noob who has played practically none of this mode? Well, today I'm going to answer these questions by unlocking Golden Viper on the Hauer 77 shotgun. And at the end of the video, I'll give the grind a score out of 10 for how difficult it is, I'll rate each map and add them to my ongoing tier list of zombies maps, and I'll show exactly how long in real time this entire process took me. If you enjoy this video and want to see more zombies content on this channel, then let me know by leaving a like and a suggestion of which game you'd like to see me explore next. But anyway, first things first, we need to see what camo challenges await us today. How bad can they be? Ah, the Hauer 77, the good old trench gun. This to me is one of the kind of more iconic zombies weapons that have existed. I don't know why, but there's just something about taking on zombies with a pump action shotgun that just feels right. But in terms of the camo challenges we need to be doing today, all right, we're starting with Grunge, and in Cold War you can see everything, which is nice. We need to get 2,500 kills. I mean, that's significantly fewer than what we needed in Vanguard, almost half. We need to get 2,500 critical kills. What? That's triple what we needed to get in Vanguard. That's more than you needed to get in Black Ops 6. Okay, this is going to be the bottleneck challenge, and I've not even seen the rest, but I know this is going to be the longest one. 2,500 crits is insane. Then we've got Brushstroke, which is 2,500 kills while it's Packer Punched. Okay, realistically, this one's not that bad, especially when we need to get 2,500 crits anyway. And to be fair, actually, now I think about it, getting crits with a shotgun might be a bit harder than I'm thinking it will be. Who knows, though? Who knows? For Vintage, we need to get 15 special or elite eliminations with the Hauer 77, and bosses count as 3. That's really cool that they've included bosses within this camo challenge. Chances are we're not even going to see a boss today because, as you guys know, my Easter egg solving abilities are 0 out of 10, and that's being generous. Kind of a cool camo, though. And then for Fauna, you need to get 10 kills rapidly 10 times. I mean, that is the easiest camo challenge in zombies I could imagine, pretty much. Although maybe not if this thing doesn't have much ammo, actually. Why would I blindly say something's easy? It might be really difficult. And then for Topography, we need to get 3 or more critical hit kills rapidly 25 times. I think this one's going to be nice and straightforward. Clearly, I'm not learning from these blind assumptions, but whatever, here we are. Infection, we need to get 20 or more consecutive kills without getting hit 10 times. This was incredibly easy in Vanguard, and I imagine it's still going to be easy in this game, unless there's like ranged zombies in this game. For some reason, I feel like there might be. I could be completely wrong about that. But again, a really nice camo. Like, the base camos in this game actually hit pretty hard. And then finally, oh, that was finally, Mastery is, of course, complete all of those camo challenges to unlock Golden Viper, which again, the in-game preview right there looks absolutely horrible. That is not a camo I want to have, but obviously I am willing to be surprised at the end of the video when we eventually get to this point. How does Plague Diamond look, actually? Oh my god, that is horrible. There is no way anybody liked this camo. That is one of the worst looking camos I've ever seen. And then what about the final one, Dark Aether? Oh my god, that's nice. That looks very similar to the Dark Matter from multiplayer. In fact, let's just quickly see what that looks like. Multiplayer, Mastery. We do have this thing, Dark Matter. Maybe I'll stick that on. But yeah, Dark Matter looks more like liquidy, whereas the Zombies one, Dark Aether, looks a bit more spacey, if that makes sense. I don't know. Looks beautiful, though. I wish I had access to this, but I absolutely don't. And I'm actually going to equip this blueprint for the Hauer. This is the final class setup I'm going with. Please feel free to roast me in the comments if this is absolutely the worst thing you've ever seen, but it is what it is. Anyway, what else do we have to look at? The field upgrade real quick. I'm probably going to go Ether Shroud. And what else have we got going on? Skills? Huh? What? You can, like, upgrade your performance with certain weapon classes? Oh my god. I mean, I've got lots of these crystals. I don't know how. Did you get these from, like, battle passes or something? I've got lots of crystals, so I'm actually just going to upgrade these. Let's make my life a little bit easier. Upgrade those 3. Beautiful. And perks, you can do the same again. Oh my god. This is kind of cool, though. It's really in depth and adds something outside of just repeating the maps over and over again. You, like, feel like your account is getting stronger as you go. So I like the idea of this, but I'm not going to bother with any of these because I don't really know how you get them or what they're good for. And by the looks of it, that is absolutely everything I need to care about. So let's get into our first map, which I believe in terms of release order, Die Machine is the first one. The big question, though, is will today's grind, getting a Golden Viper on Cold War, take more or less time than Vanguard, which took about 4 hours and 26 minutes or something? Should have just rounded that down and said 4 hours 20. That would have been hilarious. I think it's going to be quicker. because of the 5 maps in this game, 4 of them are round-based, which generally has better zombies per hour than like the Outbreak style maps. Oh my god, the daily reward is 45 minutes of double XP. That's actually so generous. I've got to go down to solo. That makes sense. Okay. Oh my god, there's so many options in this game. It's really cool. At least compared to Vanguard. You know, that game had nothing. Dimensional gateways opening around the globe, an undead horde threatening all of humanity, a new Cold War threat emerging from the shadows. Investigate the abandoned Nazi facility at the heart of it all. Oh, baby. Okay, I do remember this map very vaguely. I remember the starting zone at least, but other than that, I really don't remember what's going on. And I do, of course, remember that the starting zone includes like the burst house from the original World at War zombies. So that throwback is going to be a nice little one to see. So I remember playing that back in the day when World at War was the COD game. I'm that old. And when you finished the campaign and you unlocked the World at War zombies in that scary house, oh my. That was one of the greatest gaming surprises of all time, I think. Me, when I was, what, like 14, 15, will have been inside this house right here shooting at zombies trying to get in. How cool. Anyway, let's try and get some critical kills. That is basically all we care about. And stuff is already dropping on the floor. Decoys, I mean, they're pretty good actually, so I'll pick them up. Round 1 completed. Go me. All critical kills so far. We've got the rampage inducers to like make the zombies appear quicker, up to around 55. Well, I don't think I'm going to get that far. And I am going to keep my eye out for any like potential Easter egg clues or, I don't know, things that we can find. But no promises I'll be able to find any. Saying that, I did see a suggestion that potentially I should try and do like some of the Cold War Easter eggs and maybe blind solve them or have like minimal help from a guide. So let me know if you think that's something that would be interesting to watch. Because apparently doing like the Easter eggs from, I don't know, Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4 would be impossible for someone like me to solve blind. Whereas the Cold War stuff is maybe slightly more reasonable. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely want to do some Easter egg content. Like focused on the Easter eggs. I just don't know what or where to start. Anyway, back to the mindless zombie killing. Get those crits. You need to find a Pack-a-Punch machine ASAP, actually, so I can start working on that camo challenge. Oh, 3 or more critical hit kills rapidly, some number of times. Nice. Okay, cool. First camo challenge of the grind coming in. So we've got the good old crafting table. Is this where we can make armor? Doesn't look like it. So what, you have to bind armor? Let's open a door. Wait, can I? Yeah, I can. Okay, I thought it needed power or something for a second there. Oh, this is cool. You've gone in here, it's all dark. Oh man, this is literally the starting room from the World at War map. So cool. And then what you could... Wait, is it? Maybe it isn't. Maybe I'm wrong. I swear this is the starting room. So you'd go up the stairs. Oh, I don't know. Is there weapon rarity in this game? Like, do I need to be upgrading my weapons rarity and power that way? I don't know. Because yeah, this wall gun is green. Not that you can see it with that bloody flashlight. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, so this map does have power. We can't go through here, so we've got to find the power thing, which I guess is probably this diamond that the game is conveniently pointing me directly to. I do like the art in this game. It's pretty cool. Like all the graffiti. Elevates this map a little bit. I'd say maybe there's too much graffiti. Like it makes it a little bit cartoony. Like this graffiti is cool. This one, too much. Wait, can you use perks before turning on the power in this game? If so, I need to find Juggernaut. But there's 50 kills done out of 2,500. Oh no. Oh no, let's not go down just yet. This already feels way more difficult than the Vanguard zombies. Oh, that's armor. And that's 3 or more crits. 10 times was that? I don't know. I'm out of ammo. Oh no, run, pick up the armor, please. I didn't even pick it up, no. Man, murdering zombies is fun. And now we get a max ammo, of course we do. Now we just bought ammo, we get a max ammo. But yeah, give me some armor. Beautiful. And let's keep progressing through the map, I think. Where's a door I can actually use? Over here? I feel like I'm wasting a lot of money on these doors. Oh no, this was the starting room from the World at War map, wasn't it? Okay, there we go. God damn, I made myself look like a fool there, didn't I?
Yes.
Where's this door that's apparently on the minimap? Is it upstairs? Yes, it's upstairs. Okay, cool. We're making progress. We're making moves. Are there dogs in this game? I hope there's dogs in this game. They're iconic. Is there a minimap I can look at as well? No. I want to find out where Juggernaut is ASAP because I need that. Okay, so I can't go through this way, so we need power. Like, yeah, this map already, we've opened, what, like 4 doors? This game has so much more to zombies than Vanguard did. I do like these tunnels, the fact it's all dark. Realistically, it's annoying because you can't see, but creates a bit of aura, doesn't it? Okay, what are we doing down here? Let's just keep opening doors, I guess. Ooh, sleight of hands down here. Yes, please. Give me that. I can't, oh no, I need power for that one. What? It's so dark, I don't like it. Genuinely, this is actually quite scary. Forecast camo, let's go. Another door to buy. What's this? Oh, that might be where I make armor, I guess. This map's quite big. There's a lot more to this map than I remember there being. Power. Turn it on. Is that it? Ooh, what's this? Elemental pot. Okay. What's up these stairs? Oh, okay, yeah. This takes you back to the starting zone. Right, got it. So that's basically the whole map unlocked then, I think. So we just need to figure out where the Pack-a-Punch machine is and how to use it. All right, so assuming the critical kills is the longest camo challenge I need to do, and we needed 2,500. Of the 5 zombies maps in this game that I'm aware of, we'll get 500 crits on each of them. Try and like open all the doors, explore the map, see what's going on, find some Easter egg pieces if we can. Okay, there are dogs. They're green dogs though. They're not like hellhounds. They're plague hounds. Oh my god, what am I doing? Run. Yeah, these dogs are pretty cool. You know, they're not just a copy and paste from the old dogs. They're a little bit different, still pretty spooky. Right, what are these terminals? What do you want me to do, game? Activate that, and then I guess we'll go over to the other one. And go in through here. What's going on? What is going on? Investigate the anomaly. Into the Dark Aether. I thought I had this map discovered, but no, there's way more to it than I initially imagined. Whoa. Okay, we're in, yeah, the alternate dimension. Okay. I'm happy with this choice of weapon, though. It is cool. Wait, the zombies, like, fly when you kill them. It's like anti-gravity. Wait, now they're not doing it. Is it just in this room there's, like, anti-gravity? What is going on? Corrosion camo. That's the critical hits. Nice. Oh, no, kills without taking damage. Not gonna lie, the colors on this game, like, the darkness and the bright colors is kind of hurting my eyes a little bit. Now, this might be a controversial opinion. I do think the aura of the maps on Vanguard was better than on this game.
What?
Like, this is still cool and feels like zombies, but the aura of the maps on Vanguard was just unbeatable. Not come across any special or, like, elite enemies yet. Unless the dogs count as them, but that feels like that's too easy if they did. They're definitely not elite enemies. Okay, what's this machine part for? Wait, why am I teleporting? What's going on? Collect. What's happening? Why have I gone back? Did I lose? Did I fail? Kill enemies to reopen anomaly. Okay, so I think I failed. I'm guessing I was building a Pack-a-Punch machine there, so I failed to do that. Great. So none of these kills are counting towards that camo challenge. Maybe that one's going to take longer than the critical kills. At least it will at this rate if I never Pack-a-Punch my gun. I'll be here forever. This video will never be made. Oh man, imagine if you could just be wheeled around on this in multiplayer. Like Jackass, just getting pushed down hills. Okay, I need to find Juggernog. That's the priority, whilst we can't do anything. Hey, Juggernog, found him. Give me that. So yeah, this is obviously normal zombies where you get a perk and you use it, and it's now as good as it will be. You don't need to like upgrade it again, like in Vanguard. 3 more crits 20 times? Is that the last camo for that challenge already? I've not seen any obvious things to do with any sort of Easter egg though, is my concern. At least on Vanguard, the things I did find were fairly obvious. But then again, we've not even done the Pack-a-Punch yet, so what am I on about? Milestone reach, finish round 10. Go me. And we can go back to the anomaly. Okay, nice. How do I get back to it? So I can't go through that window. What's this? Got like a loot box on it? What is this? Oh, there's my armor destroyed, and my health is very low. Okay, decoy. Quick, throw it. Oh my god, run. Even the decoy sound was stressful there. Apparently playing zombies is not going to be good for my heart. Those cortisol levels are raised right now. I don't really know what the point of exfilling in zombies maps is. Why don't you just play until you die? Imagine if the camo challenges were like a bit easier, or at least like needed less things to do for them, but you have to exfil for like the camo progress to save. I think that'd be really interesting. It would add a bit of risk to your games and like make you want to stay alive for longer. Oh, we can make the machine. Nice. No, don't go down. We immediately teleport back. What is happening? There's so many zombies. Give me that. Oh, I've got to go through a menu to use it. Oh my god, what is happening? We'll look at the Pack-a-Punch camos in this game, of course. Just let me deal with these idiots. This feels strong. Look at that. Oh my god. Hell yeah. 10 kills roughly 2 times. Okay. That was a challenge I was a bit scared of with the shotgun, but yeah. Seems to be okay now. We've got Pack-a-Punch and more ammo. This is the Pack-a-Punch 1 camo on this map. How do I inspect? That's really cool, actually. It looks like the molten gold camo, kind of, from Modern Warfare 3, like mastery stuff. That's awesome. Oh yeah, I've not seen what this workbench can do for me. So I can upgrade my armor, and I've got lots of salvage, so I'll just do that. And, oh, this is where you upgrade your weapon as well. I probably should have done this first. And then we need 1,000 salvage for tier 2. Cool. So this is very similar to like the Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7 systems with the like weapon rarity and all of that stuff. Why can I not see my salvage like anywhere on the screen? That's really annoying. So what's the game trying to get me to do? What's up here? Looks like there's a disco going on up there. What the hell? And then this takes me back to the Dark Aether. Sure. I don't know why I'd want to go in there, but we've done the button. Another camo coming in. Beautiful. And another one. That's what we like to see. Round 13. Are you guys proud of me? Still not seen a special or elite zombie that I know of. And what is this orange glowing thing I caught seen in the corner of my eye? How do I get to that?
That's the neat thing. You don't.
Oh my god, what was that sound? It sounded like it came from this way. What's in this door? Oh my... Who are you? The Hulk is here. Luckily he takes quite a bit of damage, but what the heck? That guy is genuinely terrifying. Megaton? I don't think so. More like Mega Done. Because he's dead.
No.
What?
No.
Well, I guess that's a special or elite zombie. I doubt it's a boss, that's for sure. Maybe bosses are only, like, in the Easter eggs. And that's a monkey bomb. Beautiful. Wait, what? Is he back? There's bombers? What is going on? Just throw that. Panic. Everybody panic. It doesn't affect them. Dark Aether? Aether Shroud, whatever it's called. Oh my god, what is going on? So this guy's like Megaton Blaster. What does that mean? Well, he's dead. Oh, what's this? Keycard. Oh, that feels Easter eggy to me. I like it when there are initial steps of Easter eggs that are like obvious. For a noob like me, that's an absolute godsend. It now means that I'm looking for a door to open, right? And maybe that door was up here in like the original building. Yeah, I can already see why people didn't enjoy Vanguard Zombies at all. Seeing as this zombies came before it, going from this to any of those Vanguard maps must have been pretty depressing as a zombies player. Because this map, and this is only the first map, this map is awesome. Can I like use the keycard on this door? No, it doesn't seem like it. But why are there Christmas lights in there? What is this, like Stranger Things with the lights on the walls? I don't see any like terminal to interact with. I also don't like that I've got a flashlight on. That's kind of annoying. Shock Gefahr. Does that mean do not touch? You'll get shocked, I guess? Oh, that's a big skeleton. What the hell? That's definitely significant for some sort of Easter egg. I'm glad getting critical kills with the shotgun is nice and easy, though. I thought with a shotgun it might be quite hard to get crits because you just hit their body with some of the pellets, but nah, seems to be alright. Who are you? You look sad. Does a carpenter fix my armor or all the windows? It does both, I think. Okay, nice. Yeah, I feel like this keycard's probably used somewhere down here. There's lots of, like, security doors. I can actually pack a punch again. Nice. Beautiful. 30k for the Pack Punch 3. Alright. Oh, this camo's sick. I feel like this isn't the best gun to show it off because the entire barrel isn't camoed, but that is nice. Wow. So again, I'll show you all the camos from all the maps, hopefully, as we play through. That's assuming I can get to Pack a Punch 3. And let me know what your favorite set is from this game. Maybe the keycard needs to be used on one of these terminals. Ow. What the hell just happened? Oh no. There's a Megaton. Oh no. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, Dark Aether, Aether Shroud, whatever. Kill the Megaton. So does he then split into those other guys that we saw? Yes, he does. Okay. Good to know. And they're immune, of course they are. Right, how quickly can we kill these guys? So does the Megaton itself count as one and these guys count as one as well? So is that like 3 progresses right there out of the 15? I think that might be wishful thinking. Okay, so where do I use this key card? This map is super tight. There's so many corridors. It's so hard to play. Blue Tiger, let's go. Ooh, okay, round over. I feel like I'm progressing the rounds too quick. This is getting so difficult, so fast. I don't know how I'm ever going to have time to think about doing any Easter egg steps or like looking for anything for Easter eggs, because this is absolutely chaotic. And like the zombies are so fast, I can't just leave one alive at the end of the round because they're, yeah, too quick. Like, can you blow their legs off? Is that a thing you can do in this game? Sure doesn't seem like it. Yeah, I'll try and keep a zombie alive at the end of this round and have a poke around, I think. God damn, this is satisfying with insta-kill. Hey, entropy. Oh yes, we still got this orange thing that I don't know how you're supposed to get to it because I can't jump across. So there's got to be something that can pull it towards me. That's definitely not something I have. Yeah, just look at this camo. That is so good. Where would I use a key card? It's got to be one of these terminals. It's just got to be. That's one thing I don't love about Zombies Easter eggs is that there's lots of hidden interacts. I feel like once you have the key card, if you walk next to a thing you can use it on, it should tell you. Maybe it does though. Obviously, I've probably not found the thing I can use it on. Okay, so I just looked on the scoreboard. I obviously am blind, but at the bottom it tells you lots of things that you can find. Ethoscope, items, dye, cartridges. I'm guessing that orange thing I've seen is a cartridge. Okay, I like that it shows you like the progress you're making towards Easter egg. That's cool. So you at least know what you're looking for, vaguely. I really don't know how I would ever blind solve this Easter egg, I'm not gonna lie. I'm struggling on step 0, it feels like. Oh, attempt password. Wait, what? How do I enter the password? So I like that that wasn't a hidden interact. So we know we need to find a password from somewhere. Oh, keycard. Let's go. And it gets me the remote control. So now what? We found the 2 things for the die, whatever that means. The map is called Die Maschine, so is that 50% of the Easter egg completed?
DIE signal detected.
DIE signal detected. Is it in here? Oh, there's beeping. That's getting quicker and slower. So it beeps quicker here. Oh, so you can just interact with this here. Let's go. The zombie died though. What the hell? Did he die to this? God damn it. What's happening? Why is everything being sucked in here? I'm so proud of myself, though. We've, like, done a step of an Easter egg. I did not expect this to happen, I'm not gonna lie. And it's a dog round, oh god. So what is happening with this? We did it. This is cooling down now. Right. I'm guessing I've got to get some sort of zombie or an item outside this door that then gets sucked into here. So maybe I've got to get one of those like elite megatons, stand him outside this door, and then he gets sucked in. I am enjoying this though, piecing together this puzzle that's actually somewhat reasonable to piece together. It's like, obviously I've done some directed mode in Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7. A lot of the steps in those games are just like, I don't understand how anyone ever figures any of them out. Whereas this, you know, things are actually somewhat handed to you, but also not quite. So let's get this Megaton low and get into that door. Okay, Megaton is low. Let's get some zombies by this door. Let's turn it on. See what happens. Doesn't seem to be damaging them. And there's also armored zombies now. What the hell? It's not fair. Okay, so he's outside it. He's getting sucked in. Let's go. I think. Did it. Discharge. I probably wasn't supposed to do that, but I have. Ow, ow, ow. What is happening? 9 HP? Not even close. I don't think that was what I was supposed to do entirely. Oh, no, wait, yeah, the door's broken. Okay, nice. Let's go. Just kill these idiots first. No! Why have I gone down? Oh, my God. At least we didn't die. Decadence. Cool. And then that's something in there. Ooh. A wonder weapon? Oh, damn. Is this like a giant Hoover? Can you go in? Yes, you can. Also, thank you, Ro, on the left there. Big shout out to you. Appreciate that a lot. So yeah, this thing can suck in. So surely I've got to suck this in. Yes, yes, pick it up. Canister. Oh my God, we're doing things. Things are happening. I can't believe it. This is such a nice zone for just training the zombies though. This is perfect. Farm your camos over here. Beautiful. Okay, that's 30k. Let's go get Pack-a-Punch 3. Check out the camo. Bang. Ooh, it's like Dark Aether, but also like a reptile's skin, like scales. That's so cool. All right, I'll just put on screen for you the 3 inspects for these Pack-a-Punch weapons so you can see them all. And by I mean my incredible editor will do that. It's been so good seeing how much you guys have been loving the edits as well. It really does mean a lot to both of us, the fact that you guys have been enjoying these videos so much. So yeah, thank you guys so much for like being here and watching them. It's crazy to think you guys are actually enjoying watching me play zombies and these older CODs. But anyway, we've got a job to do.
We've got a job to do.
We've got camos to get, Easter eggs to not really complete. The fact I completed 1 Easter egg step is honestly enough for me. I'm super happy with that. Maybe there's some cultures in the Dark Aether, actually. I bet these other 2 are going to be incredibly awkward to find, aren't they? There's a little rubber duck. Oh. Ooh, contamination camo. Was that a final one? No, I don't think so. Don't know what it was for, though, because I was too busy looking at the pretty picture in the square. Ooh, that's cool. That sound effect was satisfying. This wonder weapon's cool. I do think the wonder weapon's one of my favourite ones ever, though. Of the ones I've ever used, at least. I'll probably go a little bit less heavy on the Easter egg, like the next few maps. Of course, if there's anything obvious, I will explore it. We'll try and stick to the camo grinding as the focus of today's video, of course. Let's try and extract at the next opportunity we get. And then, yeah, that's map 1 done, and we'll look at the camo progress, and we'll go from there. Oh, we've got to do 1 mystery box spin. Let's see what we get. An AK-74U, sure. And begin the exfil. Go, go, go. And we can exfil. Map 1 completed. Look at all those camos. It goes on forever. Oh my God. But let's have a quick look at the camo progress before we move on to the next map. We'll be really quick with this. So kills 1/3 of the way. Nice. Critical kills 1/5 of the way. Perfect, because there's 5 maps we want to do. Pack-a-Punch kills, again, about 1/5 of the way, which works fine. We got 1/3 of the special or elite enemy kills done. We completed the kills rapidly. Love that. We also completed the 3 or more crits rapidly. We'll equip this camo because it looks quite nice, actually. So that's 2 weapon categories done. And we got 6 out of the 10, 20 kills without taking damage. Nice and easy. Not a problem. Aether Shroud absolutely came in clutch this game, so I am keeping that on. And we can actually do some like upgrades for our skills. So can we do the shotguns? We can. Let's increase the damage of our shotgun by 25%, which is pretty nice. Oh no, the Deadshot Daiquiri upgrades are actually pretty worth. Let's do them up to 3. Why not? We are going to be going over to Firebase Z or Firebase Z, a captured agent in the heart of darkness, a treacherous scientist on the brink of a breakthrough, an unlikely ally out for revenge. Infiltrate Omega's Vietnam base and expose the secrets within. Yes, sir. Real quick before we get into map number 2, I've set myself the ridiculous goal of hitting 50,000 subscribers before Modern Warfare 4 comes out in October. So if you're enjoying this video and are part of the 85% of unsubscribed viewers, then please consider helping me out by clicking that button. And while you're down there, don't forget to like and hype the video so we can spread it to more people. Thank you so much to anyone that just did that. Now let's get back to killing some zombies. So now it was time to begin a match of zombies that was about to end in a way I did not see coming. Blissfully unaware, I started the match off with my usual incredibly valuable insights. Oh, this is the Pack-a-Punch machine. I guess we've got to fix that. The game was immediately signaling that it wanted me to go talk to this Ravenov fella, and he rambled on about wanting me to go take the teleporter over to the base. By the way, this guy needs some sort of award for best excuse of the year, as he said he had done far too much today to possibly come with us. Which is very convenient given the current zombie outbreak and near certain death that was about to come my way. Joking aside, I really liked how this map started off though. I thought it was cool having interactions with real people in the world rather than just convenient information being passed to me over a radio. It really helps set the scene and gives you jobs to do.
We've got a job to do.
Rather than just killing zombies, opening doors, and seeing what happens next. Anyway, like the people pleaser I am, I did exactly as Ravenov asked without question and took this random, unexplained teleporter over to the military base. Seriously, why is there a teleporter? Why can't I just run there? I managed to get distracted literally immediately after going through the portal. Oh, this is one of those trials. Can I do one? Yeah, let's give it a go. Let's grab our reward, why not? Max ammo. After that incredible use of time, my job now was to go and restore power to the military base, which of course, in true zombies fashion, would also allow me to access all the perks and crafting stations around the map. However, the power on this map works a bit different to other maps I've played. First, the area was littered with confusing objects, like whatever this is. Apparently my immediate instinct was to punch it like an absolute Neanderthal, but eventually I moved on, continuing my quest of confusion, and began the sequence for restoring power, which for some reason cost me 500 zombie dollars, and once again brought out my ape-like ways, punching the first thing that confused me before using the smallest amount of intelligence and reading what I actually had to do. Basically, I just had to protect the two objects for what felt like far too long, given that about 8 zombies attacked them during the entire time. Once that was completed and I got a camo for my time, I realized that this actually only restored power to the section of the map I was currently in. I was now able to use benches and perk machines here, but if I wanted to access more, then I'd have to repeat this process in the other 2 main sections of the base. Doing this was an expensive hobby, as I had to open about 1,000 doors. I mean, 2, but shut up. Each one putting me further away from being able to pack-a-punch my gun and actually make progress on that camo challenge. But it is what it is. I was just having a good time exploring the map. Oh, the local power opens these doors. Okay. Why is there a sentry turret here? Ooh, I like this room. There's just something about it that I like. I think that shows just how big this map is. That's ridiculous. With power fully on, it was time to make a return visit to Ravenov the Coward, who was now able to restore the Pack-a-Punch machine to working condition. Little did I know that he clearly did a terrible job of it, and I was now about to experience what must be one of the most disappointing things imaginable when playing a zombies map for the first time. Wait, is this the Pack-a-Punch camo on the map? No? Is that not just my normal camo? Yeah, no Pack-a-Punch camo on the map. What? After such nice ones on the first map, this was incredibly disappointing. Well, I say this, there's a very decent chance that I'm completely wrong and doing this map a huge disservice, and there actually are beautiful Pack-a-Punch camos I completely missed somehow. I'll let Funny Man, the editor, tell you the actual truth.
So Firebase Z and Outbreak do not have their own specific Pack-a-Punch camos, but the reason Musmi does not have a camo on his gun is because in Cold War, if you have a camo on the gun you have equipped, for example, your loadout weapon, or if you apply a blueprint, you will not get the Pack-a-Punch camo. But as I said, there's no unique Pack-a-Punch camo for Outbreak or Firebase Z. They reused the same exact one from Maschine.
Either way, I made the amateur mistake of taking my field upgrade for granted and made a comment that I would come to regret very soon. The field upgrade seems to charge super often though, like I always have one. With fate now thoroughly tempted, I had a large dose of confusion coming my way. Wait, what? Huh? What's going on? I don't know why I'm protecting this, or what's going on, but I'm here. Basically, the assault wave was just a couple of minutes of zombies running in a line at this terminal, which again I had to defend. The automated sentry turrets seemed completely useless, and this was a pretty easy event. I'm guessing this assault wave stuff is the dog round equivalent on the map, but I didn't really like it because it was just boring, to be honest. After the assault wave was over, I decided it was time to continue making progress on the camo challenges while giving the map a quick explore to see if I could find any of the Easter egg items shown under the scoreboard. It went about as well as you're probably expecting. This feels like where you fight the final boss. Like stairs, a big staircase, up to nothing. That gives me final boss vibes. There's definitely something to do with the Easter egg in here. Why else would that be like that? In before the editor immediately puts on screen. No, there's not. Whenever I say there's definitely something, and if I'm talking about zombies especially, it means I'm probably wrong. Oh, there's 2 different types of salvage. There's like armor salvage and there's weapon salvage. That's confusing and unnecessary. Like the icons look basically exactly the same, kind of. How about in here? This has to be something to do with an Easter egg. That looks fancy. I'm just claiming everything that looks vaguely interesting is to do with the Easter egg, I think. Sure, I'll be right about at least one of these things. Hopefully. What's this? That looks important. What's in here? Ooh, a person to talk to. And they get a cutscene because the zombie just ran off. And that was about all the progress I was going to make. Basically, coward number 2 was too busy finishing off his research, which clearly had a deadline of today, and he'd been procrastinating doing it until the last minute, so he refused to be of any help and told me to go back to coward number 1. I reacted to this in the only reasonable way. And went back to coward number 1. This time he gave me a keycard. Not sure why he couldn't have done this the first time I talked to him. Clearly his brain has been turned to mush from having nothing better to do in that box than just doom scroll for the past few weeks, months, years? I don't know. 750 crits, beautiful. 12 special kills, nice. 8 to go. Oh, another mimic. One shot him, see you later. 15 specials, beautiful. Pack-a-punch 3, let's go. So is there no Pack-a-punch camos on this map? Oh my god, that was savage. That was... I just went down instantly there. That was brutal. Okay, well, we're in trouble now. Oh dear. I guess that's Firebase Z, everyone. Oh well, let's see how the camo progress is looking. Half of the kills, a third of the critical kills, Pack-a-punch kills just over a third. Vintage is complete, which was the special kills. Oh, nice, I didn't even realize we got that done. Fauna was complete as well, which was the rapid kills. Topography is complete as well, which is the critical kills rapidly. And then finally for infection, we just need one more set of 20 kills without taking damage. So let's move on to the next map, which looking at my release date list is Outbreak. Ooh, okay, so this is not a round base. This is basically similar to the first 2 maps from the Vanguard zombies that we played in the last video. I also have no idea who that robot guy is. I'm guessing he's the final boss. This is Operation Threshold, Requiem's ongoing mission deep behind enemy lines in the world's largest outbreak zone. Complete your objectives, combat the horde, fight, explore, scavenge, loot, survive. The Ethereum arms race is on. Those definitely are words in an order that makes a sentence, but does that mean anything to me? Absolutely not. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with the Outbreak style of zombies maps, essentially you are chucked into a big open world with infinite zombie spawns. In Cold War, there are 8 different maps you can be put on, and the first one we see here is Ruka. The Outbreak locations are very different to typical zombies maps, but that's not always a bad thing. And we're in. This is, luscious. It's giving me some real Center Parks vibes right now, but, yeah, this is a really different looking zombies map. You know, it's not the dingy, grungy, dark that we've been used to. This is a very different setting. Anyway, that's where we are. We've got stuff to do. Let's go see what this objective is. Each map, at least as far as I could tell, has one main quest for you to complete and a few side quests. In the first map you spawn in, you've got to beam a big scary guy in from the sky and then fight him. Holy sh! I get the feeling you're not really supposed to do the main quest on a map immediately because, well, just watch. Oh my god, he's got a name. This is like, oh, this is an elite zombie then, right? I can't believe I've gone down already. Maybe I was supposed to get some perks. Maybe I was supposed to like Pack-a-punch my gun or something. I don't even know where all that is on this map. But yeah, going down already is embarrassing, to say the least. You guys didn't see that, okay? Eventually, I did beat this first phase of the fight before the Elite Mangler went full Team Rocket and blasted off. After that, I simply had to track him down, which obviously isn't difficult when he's got a giant marker pointing him out, and repeat this process 2 more times. Well, I say it's not difficult to track him down, but with me being me, I was distracted within 5 seconds of getting in my truck. Wait a minute, I can fish in this? What on earth do you mean? That is one funny looking fish, but I'll take it. Anyway, I beat the main quest dude again, he ran away, I completed the last camo challenge in this category. Hey, there it is, 20 or more kills without taking damage in a row, 10 times completed. And then beat the main guy for the 3rd and final time, of course without any issues whatsoever. No way! Why is he so quick? Oh my god, he's trying to hit me with the wombo combo. Why is this so difficult? Jesus. Am I this bad? With the main quest complete, I could now either stay in this map, do some side quests, build up some money, maybe get some perks and actually strengthen my character, or I could go to the beacon that had now spawned and rush straight to the next map, increasing the difficulty to 2 and making things even harder. We all know the smart choice here, but of course I did not make the smart choice because apparently my recent death to round 19 on Firebase Z had filled me with confidence, for whatever reason. Map 2 was a farmland kind of area, and I decided this time I'd try a side quest off the rip. Alright, what is this? Oh my god, that noise is terrifying. What have I done? Oh! Oh! What's happening? Ah! Grapple! No! No! Oh my god, it's all over. I suck! This is turning into a very embarrassing video. Nevertheless, I decided that wasn't enough exploration in the Outbreak mode, so got straight back into another match of it. This time I spawned in at some sort of ski resort, which was a pretty cool change of scenery. I also thought it was pretty neat that the maps you get and the order you get them in is random, as this means that your experience on each map can be different with each Outbreak match. Sometimes you'd get a chill start on Alpine, like me now, but other times Alpine might be a map you get super late in a match, where I imagine it's far more stressful dealing with more dangerous zombies, and that leads to you approaching the various areas on the map completely differently. With that being said, I completed the main quest again. Oh my god. Found out there are Pack-a-Punch camos on Outbreak, which were copied from the first map, and that potentially my equipped camo from the previous 2 games had been blocking me from seeing Pack-a-Punch camos. I then went to the next map, which was Ruka again, and while I was reminiscing about the good old days doing my first ever Mastery Camo grind on Cold War, I came across the most terrifying enemy I've ever seen in a COD game. One of the camo challenges. And who the fuck are you? Oh my god. No. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. I probably made the right decision here because I was still struggling with even the most basic enemies. Oh, what the hell? Manglers are lethal in this game. No, god damn. And with that, I decided I was done with Outbreak. Definitely not because I suck at it, but obviously because the zombie kills per hour was absolutely horrendous and these camo challenges were going to take me days at this rate. I totally could have got to a high round and completed the mode, but I just didn't want to, okay? And I left wanting to come back and explore more. Just not today when the focus is camo challenges. Speaking of which, here's the progress at this point. 800 kills left. 1,600 critical kills left, oh dear, and 1,400 Pack-a-Punch kills. Everything else is completed. Let's get into the next map, which is Mauer de Toten. Mauer de Toten? Mauer de Toten? Mauer de Toten? However you pronounce the name of this map, all I've got to say about it, and excuse my language here, is that it is f***ing awesome, and I wish I had more time in this video to show you everything. Holy, this map's awesome. Instant first impression. This is so cool. Look at the atmosphere of this map. You cannot disagree that this is fucking awesome. Hey, that's what I just said. Let's hope I can survive for more than 30 seconds.
That's what he said.
Oh my god, what in the damn hell is happening down there? Zip it. This is terrifying. This place is so scary. Oh my god, we're going even lower. Oh! There's a train? Oh my god! And a fire zombie, what the hell? He's not flying, he's on fire. What the f— I think so far, this is already probably my favorite zombies map I've ever played. Just from the sheer atmosphere. Who are you? And we get a fuse. Okay, nice. Oh, you got to find 2 fuses? Ah, god damn it. Genuinely, the maps on this game are so much better than Vanguard. I could probably have done an entire video on each of these maps. Oh, investigate a Pack-a-Punch machine. Oh my god, what is this? What is happening? I don't like it. Confront the Dark Aether to prove I'm worthy. I'm not worthy though. What is happening? Oh my god, I'm gonna die. There's no way I get through this. This is well hard when you don't have a Pack-a-Punch gun. What do you mean? Ow! Who are you, a disciple? I mean, luckily he was weak AF, but still scary. Is there a Pack-a-Punch camo on this map? There is! Can we see it? Yes, we can. Honestly, that's kind of cool, actually. Could be a little bit more detailed, but that's nice. All right, Pack-a-Punch investigated, now what? And that is an excellent question, because I spent the next 20 minutes or so looking for Easter egg clues, which I found none of. I, of course, went down in my usual fashion. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, 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 no! No! We're down and we lost something sleight of hand. This game is so hard. And during my fruitless time searching for clues like a budget Scooby-Doo, I bet this phone box has something to do with the Easter egg. I just guarantee it. I got my gun to Pack-a-Punch tier 2. I thought this camo looked a bit like Borealis from MW3 Zombies, which is pretty cool. But then I made my biggest discovery so far. Oh, you do the ammo mods on the Pack-a-Punch machine. I'm so blind. I don't know what I should be taking, but oh my god, I missed out this entire time. What an absolute clown. I guarantee anyone who's ever played zombies on this game before has been screaming at their TV or monitor this whole time. Reading's hard, okay? It's not one of my strong points. And because there's nothing to talk about regarding Easter egg steps, here are all the camo progress clips from this game. Ooh, 1,500 kills whilst it's Pack-a-Punch. So 1,000 kills to go, and then that challenge is done.
That's it?
Yep, that's all of it, because you'll never guess what happened next. How am I alive? I'm not going to be alive, am I? No! I threw a decoy and everything, and they just didn't care. Oh my god, it's all over just like that. Unfortunately, my premature death means we don't get to see a Pack-a-Punch 3 camo for this map. Sorry about that, but what do you expect from me? Alright, so only 256 kills required for the kills challenge to be done. We still need over half the critical kills though. Are you serious? Wow. This is going to have to be a generational run on the last map to get the camo challenges done. And 1,000 Pack-a-Punch kills. I mean, it's not that bad. So let's get into the fourth and final map, which is Forsaken, a secluded facility harboring a secretive operation. A colonel determined to achieve his mission no matter the cost. Infiltrate the Soviet complex and extract the lost soul who could lead to Requiem's salvation, or Omega's supremacy. This is the only way. And I do not like the picture showing what is probably the elite enemy on this map. That is terrifying. I can't remember what they're called, but they were in Modern Warfare Zombies. So my first impression of this map was amazing. Whoa, what is that in the sky? This is one hell of a, research lab facility. And the way they approached the starting room was different to anything I've seen before. I mean, I don't know if I fully understand it, but the rounds were flipping every couple of kills. I'm on round 3 already. What do you mean? Huh? Round 4. Huh? I don't know how long this rapid round changing would have gone on for, but to progress to the next run and slow the chaos down, I initiated an objective requiring me to survive for 30 seconds, leading to some really intense gameplay immediately. What? There's so many zombies! I'm gonna go down. How am I getting out of this? Oh, okay. Unfortunately, this is also where the map was pretty much ruined for me, due to being yet another map where the existence of portals that teleport you around don't really make sense. And if I'm being super critical, it just feels like lazy map design. Similar to Firebase Z, they clearly had ideas for each of the zones they wanted in the map, but had no idea how to actually link them in ways that made sense, so they just stuck portals in. I really don't like that, actually. Obviously, portals make sense when you're traveling to the Dark Aether like in the first map, but the start of Forsaken could have been so much cooler if you had to go from the first area, break through the facility entrance, fight your way down some claustrophobic office corridors to then break into the main facility, and then have a grand reveal for the scale of what's going on inside the building, which would have been way more of a visual surprise, making you ask, wait a minute, why is there an entire town inside this building? What is going on? Instead, for me at least, portals get rid of all that and just make me feel like, yeah, I mean, I guess this all makes sense, as I literally just took a portal, so clearly anything is possible here, and I could be anywhere now. Like, imagine if instead of the zip lines on the Mauer de Toten starting zone, they had portals to get off the roof. That'd be so lame. Putting that rant aside, the map was fine, I guess. You had to travel through a couple of different town areas, again connected by a portal for some reason. You then rebuilt another, guess what, portal to take you up to what seemed like a research facility. Then you had to defeat an abomination to use another portal, which took you to a radiation-filled room where the power switch and Pack-a-Punch machine were. Oh my god, it's one of those big things. Oh! Ow! With power restored, that was the end of the guided steps, and I was on my own to figure out the Easter egg. So I got to work making progress on the remaining camo challenges while poking around to find clues, like this arcade token I'd found during the setup phase of getting the power on. Hey, 2,500 kills completed. That is another camo category done. And I go down. Oh, very subtle product placement here. Oh, arcade. We're here. Oh, use token. What is going on? Why is there a dragon? So weird. Pack-a-Punch 2 camo. Here he is. Very nice, solid. Not bad at all. Ooh, 1,500 critical kills, so 1,000 left to go. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. All right, well, absolutely no way I can make any Easter egg progress on this map. I've got no idea what I'm looking for, where to find it, or anything. Looking for these Easter eggs honestly makes me feel so blind and stupid and, I don't know, just unobservant. I will continue farming some critical kills on these zombies until we get the camos done. If I can do it in this game, that'd be awesome, but I find that extremely unlikely, seeing as I'm immediately almost dead. God. No. And we instantly go down. Oh my god, you can't make this up. Every time I say I'm about to do something, I'll just go down and die. All right, here we go. Pack-a-Punch 3 camo. Let's see him. Ooh, that is nice. I don't know why. It kind of, yeah, it just looks good. That's my take on it. That's my analysis. That is now all of the map's Pack-a-Punch camos done. And let me know which set is your favorite in the comments down below. For me personally, I still think it is the set from the first map. They were just cool. Hey, 2,500 Pack-a-Punch kills completed. I honestly didn't think I was going to get that this game, but here we are. We got it. Just one camo challenge left until Golden Viper now. God damn, this has felt like it has taken a long time. My first legendary weapon. Oh, yeah. Orange rarity. Let's go. I'm not getting out of this one. No. No way! No! What just killed me? I think I'm like 20 crits short. Are you serious? Literally 72 more crits and we would have been done. Ah, how annoying. Okay, let's get Golden Viper. Hey, there he is. Golden Viper. Our expert. Banished camo. Oh my god, this has been one hell of a session, but I've had an absolutely fantastic time. Let's not wait around. Let's just go down. Let's inspect the Golden Viper camo we just unlocked. Just a side note before we inspect, I've seen some comments saying I should do these grinds with the level 1 weapon. I'd already started recording this video before seeing them, but from now on when I do a zombie gold camo video like this, I'll use level 1 weapons whenever possible to get the truest experience of camo grinding in zombies. Alright, it's time to see the camo. We just unlocked the Golden Viper Hauer 77. Very subtle. I wouldn't say there's much gold going on there. If it just had a little bit more shine, this could be a really nice camo. Looks a bit like a kind of snake skin, but gold at the same time. So yeah, could have been really cool, but just not enough gold for me. A bit of a disappointment, not gonna lie. But let's answer the questions we set out to answer today. So, first of all, is this camo grind any good and is it worth doing? In terms of worth doing, well, if you want golds, then no, this gold is not worth the time it took to get. But the Dark Aether, the final reward for mastering the entire zombies grind in Cold War, does look absolutely stunning. So yeah, if you've got it in you to go all the way, then absolutely it is worth it. Is the grind any good? Rating it out of 10 in terms of like difficulty, it's maybe a 6 out of 10. You know, nothing's too difficult, but 2,500 crits does take quite a long time. And I guess the better you are at hitting the zombies' heads, the quicker it will go. So it is somewhat difficult, but realistically, not too bad. It's just a matter of time. I'm also here to rate the maps and put them on my ongoing zombies tier list. So this is the last time I'm actually going to rate maps out of 10, like I did in the Vanguard video. We'll just put them in tiers after this. But starting with the first map, Maschine, I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10, which is also going to put it in the A tier. I think this was an awesome setting for a map. I loved that the original World at War map was a significant part of it. It's a good size, plenty to explore, but not too much, and a nice variety for locations for like zombie training and all of that. There's also some confined areas, which makes it like a bit stressful at times, but not too many that it's really difficult to move around the map. But anyway, moving on to Firebase Z. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10 and put it into the C tier. Obviously, I didn't get to play it a huge amount, but from what I experienced, it was just a little too big for me. There's lots of time running between perks and crafting stations. It was a cool setting of being over a military base in Vietnam, though, so yeah, that was pretty cool. And if those assault rounds where there was like a horde of zombies coming at you and you had the sentry turrets helping you, if that's the equivalent of the dog rounds and that happens frequently, then I feel like that could get very annoying very quick. I only experienced one of them and it wasn't exactly the most fun thing I've ever done. Moving on to Outbreak, I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10 and put it in B tier, which is a lot higher than I thought it was going to be before I did this video. There was so much more to it in terms of variety of the tasks and the general feel, because there's like 5 or 6 different zones which you can be in, compared to the Vanguard Outbreak style maps that was just awful. However, Outbreak in this game is terrible for the camo grind. The density of zombies is basically non-existent, at least in the earlier rounds. Maybe it's better later on, I don't know. But the map itself did leave me wanting to play more and see if I can finish the main quest line and progress to higher rounds, so that's got to be a good sign. Next, for Mauer de Toten, I'm giving this a 9 out of 10 and it is going straight in the A tier. This map was awesome. It was an absolutely unreal atmosphere and aura to this map. Visually stunning. I was terrified fighting my way through the German rooftops and in the underground train system. This map genuinely felt straight out of a horror movie. It was insane. The only downside to this map was that it was a bit confusing and I couldn't remember what anything was. Obviously that's on me though, and it's just a learning curve. And finally, Forsaken, the final map, I'm going to rate this a 4 out of 10 and put it in C tier. It was just a bit too confusing, but also too linear at the same time. There's lots of narrow spaces. It was a kind of boring atmosphere, just essentially being in a giant box for the entire time. I'm also actually going to downgrade Shinonuma from Vanguard. I think the fact I rated it so high was because it was such a contrast to the other Vanguard maps. So I'm actually going to put it down 1 tier from where it is. It's still solid. I did enjoy it, but it's not quite as high as I feel like I rated it at the time. Anyway, the final question to answer is how long did this grind take? And the answer to that is 4 hours, 24 minutes, 46 seconds. Was that quicker or slower than the Vanguard video, actually? Oh my god, the Vanguard video was like 4 hours 26. That's insanely tight for time. Wow, I was not expecting that. Honestly, it felt like I spent way more time playing zombies today than I did for the Vanguard video. I think that's because I spent a lot of that time just walking around looking for Easter eggs and failing miserably. So I do think that if I wasn't doing any of that and I was just going for pure efficiency, I probably could have got this gun done in 3.5 hours or less, maybe. But yeah, slightly quicker than Vanguard. Love to see that. And before we close things out, I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you for the love on the channel recently. It's been insane what has been going on. Like, you guys have been loving the content and it's been amazing to see. I was also not expecting zombies to ever do well on this channel, and the fact that the Vanguard video at least has done insanely well is just ridiculous. So that was a lovely surprise. It's opened up an entire new world of COD for me to explore, and I'm super excited about that. But anyway, I'm going to leave you to it. This has probably been an incredibly long video, so thank you for being here. On screen right now is a video that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. The algorithm is insanely clever. If you've got time, go watch that and hopefully you enjoy it. And I'll either see you there or in the next video.